You're magic. Like me.
I need you to listen to me. The world's a hungry place. A dark place.
Hi there.
I only met 2 or 3 people like us. They died. When I was a kid, I bumped into these things. I don't know about magic. I always called it The Shining.
This is my review for Dr. Sleep. Got another early review coming for you guys. I try to get in as many as I can. Dr. Sleep releases on November 8th. It is the sequel to The Shining. Now, what I want to tell you guys is what they did with this movie is something that should not have been executed as well as it. This movie should have failed. This movie should have been bad. It should have not met expectations. For some, it may not. For me, it did. It exceeded expectations. The reason why I say this is because the Dr. Sleep not only is a book in itself, which is the sequel to The Shining, but Dr. Sleep is also the movie, a sequel to The Shining, the book and the movie. So they took the book and the movie and made a sequel out of it, trying to honor both at the same time. Because as you know, The Shining is held as a classic movie, a classic Stephen King story. There's people that love the book, there's people that love the movie, and they took pieces from both to try to merge it and make this sequel that I feel, and a lot of other people agree, did do it justice. I may have enjoyed Dr. Sleep more than I enjoyed The Shining, but that's because I watched The Shining I was in college. I want to say I was in college or like tail end of high school when I first watched The Shining. So I understood it, and it was a good movie, and I understand why it's held as a classic. But it wasn't like, oh man, I love The Shining, I have to watch it every year. Like, no, it wasn't like that. But Dr. Sleep is definitely, I'd say it's the best horror movie of the year. Not because it's scary in a sense, but it is in the horror genre. And I'd say the reason why is because the story is so good. I'll get more into that later. The movie is directed by Mike Flanagan, so you already know the story is amazing. If you don't know who Mike Flanagan is the director of Haunting of Hill House. If you haven't seen Haunting of Hill House, you need to watch it. Amazing series. And it shows why he showed his Haunting of Hill House prowess in this movie. Like, that's why I watched the movie not knowing it was him, and when I saw that it was him, I knew it. I was like, that's why it was so good. It makes sense. The movie stars Ewan McGregor, as you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's playing Black Mask in the new Harley Quinn movie. Ewan McGregor plays Danny Torrance. He's the son of Jack Torrance and Wendy. It also stars Rebecca Ferguson as Rose the Hat. She is the main villain in the movie. Rebecca Ferguson, you know her from like Mission Impossible Fallout. I think she was in Rogue Nation too. She was in the Mission Impossibles though, the tail end ones. Rebecca Ferguson is an amazing actress. She did an amazing job as the villain. I loved her as the villain. She did great. I'd say everybody did a great job in this movie. Acting wise, I'd say the only person who wasn't too great acting was probably the Abra. That's her name. I should remember that. The Pokemon. Her name is Abra Stone. She's played by Kylie Curran. She probably, but that's mainly because she's younger, so it probably wasn't. But she did a great job for the way her character was and how it was written. I enjoyed the movie a lot. The movie also stars Carl Lumbly, who plays Dick. As you know, he is the guy who worked in the kitchen at the Overlook Hotel from The Shining. So he reappears. He's like a mentor to Danny, which plays a big role in the movie. If you'll understand later. That's not even a spoiler. You'll just understand why. We also have Cliff Curtis from Fear the Walking Dead. He's supposed to be in the new Avatar movies. He was in Hobbs and Shaw. He's been getting a lot of work lately since Fear Walking Dead, which I miss him in Fear the Walking Dead. But Cliff Curtis plays Billy in the movie. We have Zane McClarnon as Crow. Emily Lynn Lind, who is related to Natalie Lynn Lind, and there's a bunch of them, but she's in The Gifted. She plays the sister in The Gifted. So her relative, I think it's just her sister, is in here as well. She plays Snakebite Andy. We have Jacob Tremblay from Good Boys. He plays Bradley Trevor in the movie. And then we have there's another guy, I think it is Danny Lloyd is his name, I want to say. But it's not Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson does not come back, but there are hints of him in the movie. The good thing about Dr. Sleep that I really enjoyed is, like I said, it blended the book and the movie really well while also making its own story, making it interesting. It had enough action. It had enough. The pacing was great. I love the pacing. There's a part, as you see in the trailer, where they do have to go back to the hotel for a reason I'm not going to tell you. And it's just so, the whole movie is eerie. It's ominous. Stephen King has this thing where he doesn't really scare you. He makes you scared for the characters. And in Stephen King movies, you always know that the kids are not safe. So I'm just going to let you know to remember that. Kids are like not off limits in Stephen King movies. So it'll kind of make you like, oh, like, the villains in the movie are great. They're called the True Knots. I think they're kind of like psychic energy vampires. They hunt down people like Danny and Abra who have powers. And so that's what the main story is about, is them and Danny's issues that he's dealing with and some stuff that he goes through in life and trying to get out of the shadow of his father, trying to decide, like, am I like my father, or can I be different? Can I fix everything? Things like that. Everything from the hotel is very prevalent in the movie. They all have a purpose. Abra's relationship with Danny has a huge purpose. The movie is very deep for the like for characters in the story. They did an amazing job. I really enjoyed it. Even explaining like some of the people that were in the True Knot, like even some of the villains were kind of interesting. They didn't explain all of them, but some of them were like, oh, okay, cool, how they found this person, why they do this, why they do that, who they're going after, things like that. But the movie is amazing. I'd say it's the best horror movie of the year. I'd say it's one of the best movies of the year. I think Parasite probably be my number one movie of the year. That movie was just phenomenal. But Dr. Sleep is definitely up there for a movie that I thought was not going to be that great, because it had to be, you're making a sequel from a book and a movie that are 40 years ago. And to make a movie this great is amazing. They exceeded expectations. Dr. Sleep is definitely worth watching. Check it out. You got to see it. If you care anything about The Shining, check it out. If not, watch a quick video. Then watch Dr. Sleep. You will enjoy it. The acting is amazing. The story, I loved it. From beginning to end, I loved the whole movie. I loved the way it was. Thank you guys so much for your support and your continued time. Don't forget to like, dislike, comment, subscribe, share, and thank you guys so much. And I'm still doing the giveaways, so don't forget to comment, subscribe for the giveaways as well.